So my article was published in Nature News 2020 and discusses, like I said, the secrets of the Tuatara genetics and the things in their genome that contribute to their long lives, their near imperviousness to diseases, and their survival in frigid cold temperatures that would kill other reptiles. So a brief introduction, genetics have, as we learned in class, the ability to greatly shape the lives of creatures, through things like natural selection. And traits have evolved, diverse adaptations have evolved in species that appear almost like superpowers in some cases. And that brings us to the Tuatara. So some background info on the Tuatara. It's a lizard native to New Zealand, and it's a distinct and separate lineage from most lizards, known as the order of the Rhinocephalia, and it's the last lizard in this order that's surviving to this day. It originated in the Mesozoic period, which is approximately 250 million years ago, when other lizards evolved similarly at the time. And it's actually more closely related to lizards and snakes than it would be to things like crocodiles and birds. So it does not have, any close relation to dinosaurs, which is incredible because it looks very dinosaur-esque. They're currently categorized as rare species and are mostly found off the coast of isolated islands in New Zealand. And this is a fossil of ancient Rhinocephalia. Some other background information, some unique characteristics of the final lizard. It has a third parietal eye on its forehead, which is very unique. It helps control its circadian rhythm, which is unique among lizards. Some of them have third eye, some of them don't, but it's pretty interesting. They have a spiny crest along their back that give them the dinosaur-esque appearance that they're known for, and they're also greenish brown in coloration. So getting to the bulk of this article, it was about the genetic mapping of the Tuatara, and the genome of the Tuatara consists of 5 to 6 million base pairs, which is nearly twice that of humans, nearly 3 times that of birds, and is much more than any other known lizard today has in the genome. So these creatures are packed full of DNA. And here's just a cladogram of kind of the lineage of the reptiles leading up to Tuataras and other lizards and snakes. So going into the genetic mapping of Tuataras, they were known as the living fossils in the news article because the term living fossil refers to any species that has evolved slowly over a long period of time, millions and millions of years, thus retaining the features of its ancestors. Tuataras are considered living fossils due to 2 main factors. Their low mutation rates, they hardly mutate at all, as long as their long lifespans, up to a century, can lead to, very little genetic change in the whole species. And also nearly 1/3 of the Tuatara's genome consists of DNA sequences that are repeated. That's 1 to 400 kilobases long. And these repeated DNA segments also contribute to the slow changing genome that we see in the Tuataras. So the article discusses the long lifespan of Tuataras. They're very slow in reaching maturity. It takes 10 to 20 years for them to reach that, which is incredible among invertebrates because most invertebrates, including things like humans, who are considered among other invertebrates to be slowly maturing animals, reach maturity before that. And then also their longevity is astounding as they can live up to 100 years in the wild. And some, experts believe they can live even 200 years in captivity, which is, a long time. So the genetic reasoning the article gives behind this are the species 26 selenoprotein genes, as well as their 4 selenocytosine specific tRNA genes in their genome. And so if you don't know, selenoproteins play a major role in redox and oxidative stress regulation within the body. So basically what this does is these oxidative and redox, regulations are usually what stop us and slow down our aging. And so the fact that they have this many genes and proteins contributing to this means that they're much less affected by the effects of aging things in the body. And so up here you can see they live to be a very long and old age. Now going into their disease resistance, the article discusses how their distinct genes in their histocompatibility complex, the MHC, play a major role in disease resistance, especially among vertebrate genomes. The MHC actually contributes to like half the immune known functions that we see in most vertebrate species. So the fact that they have extra genes and distinct genes in this region are likely contributors to the resistance to disease. And so recent annotations in the Nature News 2020 show that they have 56 MHC genes when compared to 6 other species, which is a lot in comparison to most other vertebrates. Lastly, the thermoregulation. Tuataras appear to have an unusually high number of TRPs, which are genes involved in the proteins that regulate temperature within the body and regulate temperature sensitivity. These genes and the usual high number of them makes them able to resist the temperatures between 16 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius, which is extremely long for a lizard. And here's my works cited. Thank you, guys.